Cody asked me to talk about kind of what God has shown me over this pandemic. And there have been 2 lessons that God has shown me over this whole long time period of not seeing friends, not going to sport events, not, doing sports myself. And so I've had a lot of time with just me and God because, there's not a lot of things to do. And which is also something I'm going to talk about, is putting God and prioritizing Him. But I'm just going to read this verse and then I'll just kind of make it short and kind of just talk about what I need to talk about. So this is 1 Corinthians 2:8, and it says, "None of the rulers in this world understood God's wise plan. If they had understood, they would not have killed Jesus on a cross. He is the Lord who rules over heaven and earth." So, it has to do with this verse a little bit. But I'm going to get into the main point of this verse and maybe, right after I finish this. I promise it won't be long. But, so prioritizing God. I go to a Christian school, if you didn't know, and I go to church, if you didn't know. So, I am surrounded by, Christian people all the time. But even though I'm surrounded by Christian people, I find it hard sometimes to, be a Christian, be happy all the time, be lights for Him, just spreading the love of Christ, especially, to certain people. And, it's kind of hard. And, I know I said that a lot. Okay, so when you get into the pattern of school, you end up getting into this pattern of, schoolwork, friends, and then, maybe if I finish all that, I'll pray to God. And that's something I've really learned, is God has taken everything from me over this time. He has taken friends, He has taken school, believe it or not, I miss, and He has taken, sports, and so all of this is gone. And God's like, hey, I'm here, like, I'm the person you need to be focusing on right now, not your phone, not your, the new Outer Banks series, not whatever, like, I'm the one you need to be focusing on. And I think this is really important because it's kind of talking about this, and here's how I'm going to get into this verse, is, God has a plan for our lives. And, His plan is going to happen. And I would much rather be friends, be in a relationship with the person who is making my life, making the whole plan for my life, than be angry at Him, be against Him. Because God knows every single thing that's going to happen to you. God knows when you were born, when you're going to die, everything in between, He knows. So, like, being against God, you're against Him, like, He's the one that should be against us, if anything. But thank Jesus, He's not. He is with us and He's on His side. But, like, we have to work at that relationship, and we can't just say, okay, God, like, here, do my plan, here's what I want, here's when I want it. Like, we have to accept the fact that God is gonna help us. He's on our side. But at the same time, He's our Father, and He knows what's best. Like, when we were 3, like, our dad wouldn't let us run out in the road in front of moving cars. Like, He knew it was best, so He's gonna pull us back on the sidewalk. And so I think that is something that God has shown me, that I need to prioritize Him, and that He is the God of everything, and He loves me, and I'm prioritizing people that don't love me. And so I need to make my everything God. I need to put everything in God, because He will never fail us and He will never let us down. So that is something that I know I've struggled with, and I know that some of y'all have. And so I just hope we can meet again soon, and we can have church and do all this other fun stuff. So yeah.
Up next, a lonely outsider, a language barrier, And a heartwarming reminder that no matter who you are, sometimes all you need is a friend. So, Greg, you're saying he was just looking for a friend?
Yes, ma'am. He felt rejected, misunderstood. It's a big reason why I built the translator for him.
Mr. Godzilla, how did you feel when you first made contact with mankind?
First of all, thank you for having me on. Frankly, I was lonely. As the only giant radioactive reptile on the planet, there were not many opportunities for friendship.
When people looked at him, all they saw was a massive, rampaging, city-destroying monster.
Is that because he is a massive, rampaging, city-destroying monster?
But he's a good dude. On the inside, he's got a huge heart.
When I met Godzilla, he had just destroyed my entire school. I liked him immediately.
I noticed one puny speck was not running or screaming or firing artillery shells at me. I was really quite moved.
I took the time to listen, to learn his language. I now speak Shriek fluently. Hi, can I get a spicy salmon and a dragon roll? Oh, and 7 Wells. A small side salad as well. We've been tied ever since, you know? He's got my back, I've got his. I really look up to him. T-Rex.
Dragon.
Loch Ness Monster.
2 words. 2 words.
2 words. What is this? What is this? That's a dab. That's the worst dab I've ever
2
seen.
words.
Greg has been like a big brother to me. A really, really tiny, almost microscopic big brother. And even though I do have boogers in my nose right now that are bigger than him, he has had an enormous impact on my life.
Yeah, I mean, we're homies for life. Right, big fella?
My brother from another mother.
Is that safe?
Oh, he's very gentle.
Greg? Are you okay, buddy? Greg?